Ladies and
Keep them
gentlemen,
coming.
he's dropping wisdom. Take notes, guys. Take notes.
You funny, Coach. I love it, Coach. Keep them coming. Keep them
Mm-hmm.
onward and upward. Being comfortable with being uncomfortable. Always challenging yourself to grow and push. If you think you've made it, or you arrived, or you're the smartest man in the room, you're in the wrong room, right? All these various cliches. So I'm just always pushing myself, pushing until I truly become what I envision myself to be, right?
Self-awareness, as we say on self-awareness is sexy. And self-awareness it forces you to take a look at yourself, and you want to grow. And the more you know about yourself, the more you develop yourself, the more you actually learn, do self-help, go and read books or seminars, and you grow in the process. And as you grow, you make yourself better, and it's like the foundation. You plant a tree inside you, and the more you water that tree, eventually the fruit will come out, and the fruit is for others. And you become a better person, you become a better human being, you become a better law enforcement officer. Anything you decide to do, you become better at it, and you make other people around you better as well.
You know what's amazing about that, Coach? That tree don't stop growing. No. You know, unless it is struck down or something outside of its control happens, it constantly stretches to the stars. It constantly grows and deeply grows upon its roots and its branches, and it grows as big and as tall as Mother Nature will allow it. And that's a dynamic, powerful force. So I'm taking that. I love the idea of the fruit in which it bears. It's not necessarily for the tree, it's for others to enjoy. Planting that seed and paying it forward.
I forget, but the tree itself grows, but the fruit is for others.
Ooh, I gotta write that down. I'm still in that one, Coach.
There you go. Well,
I always tell people, don't be like me. Be better than me, man. Take what I've given and keep growing and building upon that. So constantly getting that positive reinforcement from my peers, and then when you're following these spaces, you're like, and you look back at it, you're like, holy smokes, the amount of that mental resiliency. So when I had people say, man, you went through hell and high water to get to where you are, and I'm grateful and thankful to have seen the process, know that it is tangible and reachable, and you're the person that
passion and emotions come through. And you touched on something very prevalent that we did not talk on. Self-deletion. Self-deletion is very prevalent in this occupation. And I mean, there's peer groups. There like you said, take your department has mental health times where you can take off. You have psychologists on. You have so many different outlets, but you do have to be resilient to deal with people who are either difficult or they're experiencing a traumatic event. And just because it's that person's, most people, it's their worst days. Good people, it's their worst days. Bad guys, they're at their best when we deal. And so we deal with that constantly, day in, day out, and it weighs heavy on us. And you have to have some sort of outlet, whether it's working out, whether it's reading, whether it's having a podcast, whether it's writing a book, whether some sort of outlet to get that energy out so you can recharge yourself. That takes you away from law enforcement so you can recharge and be that better person of yourself. Again, like you said, self-awareness is sexy, because we know the last thing you want to do is pour into so many people or be that tree and that everyone's taking fruit from, and then there's no more fruit to bear, and then that tree withers away and dies after you just had a successful career helping everyone else out. You still want to take care of yourself. You gotta water that tree in the process too.
Absolutely, Coach. Well said. I can't top that one. You nailed it, sir.
I've seen a lot of senior guys go through depressions or whatever it may be, and it's a shame because you see how great they were, and then the transition, and then be forgotten about, or they feel they're not worthy. And I don't want that to be the case for anyone, especially when you're going to work and you're putting your life on the line. You matter, and you're worthy.
Have that emotional intelligence to recognize some of these signs and truly invest in yourself, your health, your physical health, your mental health, and be able to push forward. And I say that because, truthfully, Coach, there's been times where I'm like, this is a mountain I can't even move. I can't, I'm against so many different obstacles, internally, externally, in my own head. I'm like, I don't know if I got it in me. But to continue to push, you need to bottle that up and sell it, because that really does something for the spirit. So very fortunate and glad to have that type of emotional intelligence moving forward in that regard.
Yeah, but I think it's important
Sure.
just to get information out there for others to see, just the different side of law enforcement, just the different aspects and how positive it can be and what's expected.
Yeah.